I worked over 4, 5 different part times, and it was honestly the single most enriching part of my entire master's experience. I'm actually tempted to even go so far as to say that some of that was actually even more impactful for me than the actual academics, which is not a good look. I get that. What it really teaches you, or at least what it really taught me, was the importance of being responsible. So, again, these are random student part time positions. If you don't go, would that much really change? No, not really, right? Like the world would be fine. You'd probably get like a no show, no call, no show 3 times, and then they would be like, sorry, you're done. That's not the point here. The point for me was, like, the reason why it was so profound for me was because I was having to do this purely from a place of integrity and duty. And I had just in my entire life never had ever the chance to do that. And I think it instilled in me the value of doing something right, even when nobody is watching, especially when nobody is watching, in a way that I think that I will have for the rest of my life. And I would have simply never had that if it wasn't for these various random part-time positions. I was at the Corec during COVID, well, just COVID quarantine, trying to make sure people were wearing masks while they worked out. I didn't entirely enjoy doing that, but it was a job nevertheless. Then I was a door checker at a couple dining courts. I worked in the laundry, just like folding stuff. Made friends with the laundry people there. One of my first positions was starting in the dish room. I think I don't know what they call those anymore, but you just pretty much just you're just doing dishes for like 3 hours, give or take. And here's the thing though, you don't have to, like, you could be just hidden behind a pillar just doing whatever, and eventually somebody would do it, or somebody would, like, you would have like an awkward conversation, and then somebody would be like, hey, can you do that? And then at which point you would have to do that. I did that, and then I realized that it was just taking too much of a toll, and it's just hard work, it's just brutal work. Like, my forearms used to be jacked by the end of my shifts, and I was like, I this cannot continue, I need to solve this. So
Mm.
my solution for this was talking to the people at Wiley Dining Court. I talked to them and I was like, is there anything around here that you need help with? And they were like, yeah, you know what? Our door check is actually not, is leaving. We don't have a replacement. We're about to put the job on the portal. Is that something you'd be interested in? Boom, suddenly, from like scrubbing dishes for 3 hours straight, now I'm sat in a chair, nice cushy chair, watching kids try to scam me as they sometimes try to walk in without swiping their cards. The lesson here is just the power of networking. Just go talk to people. It's not hard. And if you sit around just applying for portal jobs, this is the reality of jobs in America in general. Stuff that you see on LinkedIn jobs, there are people like me talking to the Jakes of the world that are filling those positions internally. And that job that you see is just, it's a metaphor, it's a ghost, it's an oasis. It doesn't, it's a mirage. I mean, it doesn't actually exist. And yeah, again, we could go on. This could probably even be like a whole separate episode now that I think about it. But yeah, just amazing learnings that were really extremely profound for me.